and welcome to Askimo. Today we're with Roger Golten, otherwise known as Dr. Posture. And Roger, you were already demonstrating a few moves here. Today I'd like to ask you about the benefit of swimming when it comes to alleviating back pain or shoulder tension. What can swimming do for us?
Well, you know, most people have this idea that swimming is one of the best exercises you can do, and I think that's probably true, with the caveat, with the proviso that you've got to do swimming, you've got to swim well. And unfortunately, most people are swimming not well. You know, they're holding their heads out of the water, certainly in the UK, I don't know about in Israel or anywhere else in the States, and they're doing the heads up breaststroke, and then they get to the end of the pool, and you see them going like this. They go, "Oh, I had a lovely swim. My shoulder's hurting. I wonder why." And what they're doing is they're exacerbating their pre-existing condition of neck and shoulder tension. So of course, the way to the quickest way to improve your swimming, by the way, is to get a really good pair of goggles, you know, and use them, because as soon as you wear goggles, you will put your face in the water more easily. You won't be screwing your face to see where you're going. You'll be able to relax a bit more. And I always, as a swimming teacher myself now for 6 years, I always work with people to get them comfortable putting their faces in the water, because it's all about. I mean, Dr. Posture is all about posture on the land, but also in the water. Now, if my fist represents my head and my forearm represents my body, you don't want to be swimming around like that. It's a bit like walking around like this. It's clearly not a good idea. Yeah. So when you're swimming, you want your head at the front of a sort of a torpedo, which is your body, and you go through the water predominantly in a horizontal position. So people who swim the heads up breaststroke, their legs will be much deeper than their heads. Their bodies will be inclined rather than horizontal, and this causes problems. So swimming can be a marvelous thing, and even, you know, the common wisdom again is don't do the breaststroke if you've got a back problem, because it might make your back worse. But again, if you swim well, even the breaststroke can be very beneficial for your back. Swimming is a great way to gently rehabilitate yourself from back problems and shoulder problems because of the buoyancy of water. If you're up to your neck in water, 90% of your body weight is kind of disappeared. So you can use your body well in a good posture, in that horizontal posture, without a lot of strain, and it's surprisingly good for your stomach muscles and your breathing as well.
So you've spoken about the benefits of being in a horizontal position, and you've mentioned the front crawl, but a lot of people have difficulty breathing underwater, or not breathing underwater, but breathing as they do the front crawl. So what can you advise when it comes to learning how to breathe properly when swimming?
Very good question. The hardest thing, yes, in the front crawl is the breathing, the timing of the breathing. And I'm showing you now, I'm turning my body to, what is that, 90 degrees? 90 degrees, 180 degrees. I'm turning my left shoulder's right in front of me, and then my right shoulder's right in front of me. Now, if you go sideways on, it's like being a fish. If you walk sideways through the water, you will notice that you move through the water, if the water's, you know, not too deep, you're much more streamlined. You can cut through the water when you're on your side much better than walking front ways. If you walk front ways, you feel how much pressure of water, the resistance of the water is very great. In fact, here's a fascinating fact. Water is 788 times denser than air. So not a lot of people know that. And if you're doing it wrong in the water, therefore, you're doing it 788 times wronger. So get yourself on your side on each stroke. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going onto my side on each of my strokes. So instead of Okay, this is the old way of swimming. Yeah? You stay flat, and your arms come over like this, and your body stays pretty flat. Now, when you breathe in this position, it's very difficult because you're essentially twisting your spine. Yeah. So the secret is I'm on my side now. Okay. So my right shoulders and my right hip are in line, going forwards. If I was swimming, my right shoulder and right hip would be in the water, and my left shoulder and left hip would be up near the top of the water. Now, when I want to breathe in this position, I'm going to turn my head. I do it from the front. If I turn my head to the left and to the right, it's obviously there's no particular strain. Most people can turn their heads to the left and to the right. Sometimes you have a problem; you can't turn one way as easily as the other. But can you see how much easier that is than trying to twist your whole spine and get your face out? So this is quite hard to understand, perhaps. So as I'm swimming along, I'm going from side to side to side. The other benefit of this is if I'm swimming away from you, if you can see this, my arm comes out of the water. It's a bit like waving. Everybody can wave. Hello, Alicia, I'm waving at you. It's a very easy movement. Yeah. So I'm swimming by going up by moving my shoulder on my side. When I'm on my side, my shoulder comes out very easily. But if I'm swimming flat, there's a lot of strain on my shoulder. Every time I do that, I'm sort of grinding my shoulder up. You know, it's a surprising fact that something like 60% of even the top swimmers have shoulder problems from overuse injuries. So I'm teaching a method where you get your hand out of the water very cleanly and without straining your shoulder joints. And then the breathing, as I say, the breathing comes from being on your side when you breathe. I hope I've explained that correctly.
I mean, I think it's very, very helpful to see it in action, and I hope that everyone will go and put it into practice as well. So thank you very much, Roger, for your advice, your tips, and being with us today.
Thank you.